just gonna spit on this one. Yo. Hey.
All right, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jarice back at it with another episode of... That was weird. I don't know why it froze, but hopefully the real talk played. Oh man, I'm gonna watch this video and it's not gonna play it. I'm gonna look back and be like, what the fuck? That looks weird. Re-record. Just for that one little part. But anyway, today's topic, Joe Rogan, who I think is like low-key my favorite white dude who's a celebrity, I guess. I don't know. Is he a comedian? Is he like an MMA commentator? Is he a freaking what is he, a game show host? Like, what is this man? This man's a legend. But anyway, the left... something in my eye. But anyway, the left, I don't know what part of the left. I'm assuming it was probably some UC Berkeley black kid. They finally found some dirt on Joe Rogan, and apparently they had to go back really far just to try to get him canceled. So I've literally only watched 13 seconds of this video, so we're going to watch it together, ladies and gents. So without further ado, let's do it.
I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly.
Okay, and what would that be, Joe? I'm sure it's going to be your... your COVID misinformation, right? You've been speaking against the establishment. You've been having actual credentialed individuals on, just having a normal conversation. I'm sure you're apologizing for that, right?
There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast.
Which is like, it's so dumb because if they took these clips from over 12 years, then it's like, well, I'm sure most normal people are probably going to look and be like, whoa, hold on. Like, he looks way different here than he does now, and the quality's not the same, and like, this just looks old, and this just looks new, and this don't make no sense. In the words of LeBron James, that don't make no sense. But, of course... He said it, no redemption, no forgiveness, unless you come over and go on an apology tour and say that vaccines are the best thing ever and they must be mandated along with masks.
And it's all smushed together, and it looks fucking horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word.
All right, here's where we're going to get divisive. I don't care if a white person says the N-word. I don't care if it's with an ER or an A. You're going to get a little bit of disdain from me if it's with an ER and you're addressing me as such. But it's 2022. It is just a word. If I hear it fly off in the distance, I'm not about to put my cape on and not... Bro, you can't use that word. Like, I'm not about to do that. It's like, hey... Cool. Is that what you think about me? All right, cool, bet.
Never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years. But for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing.
Yeah, see, that's not how the left works, Joe, and I'm sure you've been learning that over the past, like, 2 years and some change, but, yeah, or maybe it's been, like, a year and some change. I don't know. When the hell did this whole pandemic start?
Like, that context was part of the clip we were talking about Red Fox, how Red Fox said that word on television in the 1970s, and how times have changed so much since then.
Yeah, but leave it to dumbasses and a lot of liberals to not recognize that.
or about how Richard Pryor used it as one of the titles of one of his albums, or I was quoting a Lenny Bruce bit, or I was quoting a Paul Mooney bit, or I was talking about how Quentin Tarantino used it repeatedly in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, but apparently black people love Quentin Tarantino nowadays, so that's low-key fine. Hold on, let me adjust this microphone. It's like I got two homeboys, maybe three, that swear up and down by Quentin Tarantino movies, so yeah, rest in peace. But here's the thing, right? As long as you hang around certain blacks, as long as you hang around certain blacks, you get the N-word pass. Like let's just not even joke around here and pretend like there's not black people with a white friend that they let say the N-word. Like like bro, like like if Eminem comes up to me right now, is like, yo, what's up? Like, I'm not gonna be like, the fuck? I'm gonna be like, oh shit, it's Eminem. What's up?
Or I was talking about how a Netflix executive, ironically, used it because he was trying to compare it to another offensive word, and he said it out loud, and they fired him. Not calling anybody, or just saying the word out loud.
It doesn't matter. If it leaves your lips, there will be judgment.
I was also talking about how there's not another word like it in the entire English language, because it's a word where only one group of people is allowed to use it, and they can use it in so many different ways.
Well, right there you're wrong, Joe, because any group of people can use it as long as they grew up around a group of people that look like me, that are generally my skin color and darker, generally speaking. I mean, hell, nowadays you got these fucking super ass light skin half breed mulatto types going around flinging it everywhere like it's going out of style. But generally speaking, if you grow up around African Americans and blacks, they're synonymous. I don't know why I said it twice, but generally speaking, if you grow up around blacks, live in the hood, you date a black, usually in the case of a female dating a black male, said black male will allow himself to be called the N-word. A nigga, if you will. But usually it doesn't go the other way. Like, it'll be like a kind of joking when it's a male dating female that isn't black, but you flip the script and then it's like legit like race play. Oh God, oh no.
Like, if a white person says that word, it's racist and toxic, but a black person can use it and it could be a punchline, it could be a term of endearment, it could be
other people can do it too. Fat Joe, J-Lo. There's been plenty of non-blacks that just say it, Joe. Sorry, but it's just because they grew up in the culture.
lyrics to a rap song, it could be a positive affirmation.
And I don't know if it's just me, but I love the bewilderment and the confusion of white people when they discuss this word. It is truly fascinating. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a lib or anything, but man, when white people get to talking about this word, it just gets so fucking funny. Like, they're like, you can use it like this. They're the only race. Like, no.
It's a very unusual word, but it's not my word to use. I'm well aware of that now, but for years I used it in that manner. I never used it to be racist because I'm not racist, but whenever you're in a situation where you have to say, I'm not racist, you fucked up. And I clearly have fucked up.
But, yeah, you didn't fuck up, Joe. You're just letting these idiots make you think that you fucked up, which is called gaslighting / a little bit of projection on their part. But, yeah, no, you didn't do anything wrong, Joe. And I don't know if I'm mishearing him or if I'm misinterpreting him, but it sounded to me like Joe got a few black homeboys from like back in the day. He's the call.
And that's my intention to express myself in this video, to say there's nothing I can do to take that back. I wish I could. Obviously, that's not possible. I do hope.
No, Joe, stand up for what you believe in.
That
it's not even a crime and is victimless. You didn't hurt or inflict harm upon anyone.
If anything, that this can be a teachable moment. Because I never thought it would ever be taken out of context and put in a video like that. And
Joe, you should have realized this when you started going against the establishment with the whole pandemic thing, bro. Like, you should have known they were going to dig up your shit. It's like, hell, I've had people dig up my shit, and I'm nobody, bro. Like, I had a dude literally tell me he didn't want me commentating at his event because I made some transphobic comments in a group on Facebook, like, a month prior to the event that I showed up at. And I'm like, what? And then he showed me the screenshot, and I was like, but did you see what the two individuals I was roasting in question posted? But turn a blind eye to it. Leftist logic.
Now that it is, holy shit, it looks bad. And it's part of also me.
It doesn't look bad. It just looks bad in the sign of the, like, as a sign of the times where everything's woke and social justice-y. Yes, it's gonna look horrible, dude. Like, you, God. See, this is why I hate when celebs go on apology tours. Bro, you literally just said Red Fox, Richard yeah.
Doing this podcast for thousands of hours, thousands of episodes, over 12 years. I said a lot of fucking stupid shit, which is fine when you're talking about most things, but not when you're talking about race. And there's another clip that I have to address. There's a clip from 11 years ago. I was telling a story on the podcast about how me and my friend Tommy and his girlfriend, we got really high. We were in Philadelphia, and we went to go see Planet of the Apes.
Wait, you were getting high in Philadelphia? What? Getting high on what? Because I'm sure there wasn't any legal substances you can get high off of in 2011 in Philadelphia. What?
And we didn't know where we were going. We just got dropped off by a cab, and we got dropped off in this all-black neighborhood. And I was trying to make the story entertaining, and I said we got out, and it was like we were in Africa. It's like we were in Planet of the Apes. I did not.
Holy shit. So they tried to say he called black people monkeys. I'll take it one step further. They tried to say he called the niggas monkeys. Oh my God.
Would I ever say that black people are apes? But it sure fucking sounded like that. And I immediately afterwards said, that's a racist thing to say.
Oh my God.
Planet of the Apes wasn't even in Africa. I was just saying there's a lot of black people there. But then I went on to talk about what a positive experience it was and how much fun it was to go to see this movie in a black neighborhood. It wasn't a racist story, but it sounded terrible. And
yeah, because you can pick out 5 seconds of anybody saying anything and it's going to sound terrible with no build up. Like if I go, like here's an example, right? Here's an example. It's like, I hate all white men. And then people will go, what? And then I'll say, I hate all white men whose hair goes past their shoulders. And then people are like, oh, okay, so you weren't being racist. We just needed the context. See, that's how that works, Joe. I mean, I know you know this, obviously, but the left, people who align with those weirdos, they're going to take that last part out and just make the first part seem like it's the worst thing ever. You hopped out of the cab and it was like you were at Planet of the Apes. Oh, he must have been comparing blacks to monkeys. Like, no. It's like Planet of the Apes, you're in like this fucking new world and everything's kind of different and you don't know what the fuck is going on and where you're at. Hence, Planet of the Apes. But, you know, dude was just saying that ironically he was going to go see Planet of the Apes, and then when he hopped out, it was like he was in the movie Planet of the Apes because he didn't know where he was at and what the fuck was going on, and he probably didn't expect to be in that area. So,
like I said, you can have clunky stories about anything, but not about race. And so I deleted that whole podcast, but obviously somebody made a clip out of it and taken out of context. It looks terrible, but it looks terrible even in context. It's a fucking idiotic thing to say, and I was just trying to be entertaining. I certainly wasn't trying to be racist, and I certainly would never want to offend someone for entertainment with something as stupid as racism. My hope is that
I would.
Look, I can't go back in time and change what I've said. I wish I could. Obviously, that's not possible. But I do hope that this can be a...
No, Joe, I need you to stand on your square and not bow down to cancel culture, dude. Like, you are like damn near the last bastion of hope we got, bro.
teachable moment for anybody that doesn't realize how offensive that word can be coming out of a white person's mouth, in context or out of context. My sincere and humble apologies. I wish there was more that I could say, but all of this is just me talking from the bottom of my heart. It makes me sick watching that video, but hopefully...
It shouldn't make you sick because you were part of these conversations and you know what was said. You know the entire context. Like, why would watching a mashup of clips that were put together without the context just to make you look bad because you say some things that somebody who has a different political / ideological belief than you, like what are we really talking about? You're the one who had these conversations. You know that these were honest conversations, and somebody who thinks a little bit different than you is going to take a bad part of that and then put that bad part in with a bunch of other bad parts, like from other conversations you had, just to make you look bad, bro. Like, no, don't apologize, don't feel bad. Like, come on, bro. I could see if, you got into like a car accident while driving drunk and you killed somebody and be like, oh man, I wish I never did. Like, no, I'm not taking back a conversation that I had. Like, sorry.
At least some of you.
Especially when I know it's an honest conversation. I mean, there's been some things I probably shouldn't have said about some people to them, but I mean, it is what it is.
Will accept this and understand where I'm coming from. My apologies and much love. My sincere, deepest apologies and much love.
Well, on the bright side, at least he did better than Too Short. They had that man about to cry over just preferring light-skinned chicks, but... Oh, God. Wow, this is dumb. Joe, I think you need to take down this video, bro. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, obviously, but this serves literally no purpose. Because the people that hate you, they're still going to hate you. And the people with common sense like me, we're just going to be like, okay, if somebody put together another fucking highlight reel of Joe Rogan or whatever celebrity of the week saying some things that might be construed as a little controversial, but I don't have the whole story, so I'll just mosey on by. But the people on the opposite side are like, oh my God, we gotta cancel him, and like, Joe, stop apologizing, take down this video, and keep it moving, bro. Like, you are like the GOAT right now, and I don't say that just because you have like the biggest podcast or whatever. Like, you are the guy having the conversations about the shit that people want to hear about. And you're having them open and honestly, and you're having a debate, because in today's society / climate, there's only one acceptable position, and you're fighting that. So I thank you for that, Joe Rogan. But with that, guys, let me know if I made a little bit of sense, if I made a lot of sense, down in the comment section below. Yeah. The goal is 500 subs, so like what, 91 away at the moment, something like that. I don't know. There's like a mystical sub that goes up and like that comes and goes. So I was at 410, now I'm at 409. It's fucking weird. But yeah, and also don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm, so it'll help me get to that 500, which will in turn help me get to that 1,000 faster. So yeah, things like that. But with that, it's been your boy Jerice back with another episode of
Real talk.
Joe Rogan. Stop apologizing, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'm out.